I don't know about you, but I've struggled a lot with credit score issues, and somehow I'm around 750 now, and I just turned 21 years old. So I'm going to show you some of the best strategies that I've used to be able to get to a 750 credit score. Keep in mind that I used to have a 0 credit score just 1 year ago, but I did this trick that allowed me to be able to get to a 750 credit score. So I was someone that whenever I tried to apply for a credit card, everybody would deny me for some reason. They would come up with so many excuses like I don't have enough work history to get a credit card, or any sort of excuse, they would always mention it. But I somehow hacked the system with this one trick that I'm going to show you, and somehow now I have 3 credit cards after all the struggles that I went through. So what I did actually works, and now banks are even pre-qualifying me for a home mortgage loan. So it's kind of insane how I went from 0 to 750. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Yo, what's going on, subscribers? Welcome back to another brand new video from the Flaming Profits YouTube channel, where we teach you how to become a more profitable investor in the stock market, as well as financial videos to improve your financial life. That is our dedication, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you do not miss out on any amazing helpful content that will improve your financial life. Also, like this video before we get started. It really helps me out, and it helps the video get to more people like you, so that everyone gets to hear this message and improve. Also, leave me a comment down below if you have any questions. Now, I do want to give you access to some free money, and this is through our affiliate links with M1 Finance. You get free $20 as soon as you sign up to get started investing with them. You do have to deposit $100, but once you do, you'll get $20 extra, and you can just withdraw that money and keep the extra $20. So with $20 extra of free money just by signing up. And then for Robinhood, you get a completely free stock as soon as you sign up using the link that I have in the description. And then for Webull, 2 free stocks as soon as you sign up. All you have to do is make an initial deposit, and you get 2 free stocks whenever you sign up. And just to prove to you guys that this actually works, I'll go ahead and show you. I'll show you how many free stocks I've gotten from people signing up, and they get a free stock as well. So this is my free stock that I just got today, ISBC, from 4-Eyed Hustler, signing up to use this link. I'll go ahead and put a link of his YouTube channel. He is all into eBay selling and Amazon selling as well. I'll link up his YouTube channel in the description so you can check him out. But he decided to sign up with Webull and get 2 free stocks. That's how I got the 2 free stocks as well. So it really helps out the YouTube channel. These are all the 6 stocks that I've gotten so far from other people getting their 2 free stocks as well. And if we do the math on all the free stocks that I've gotten, I'm doing it here so that you see the final result. So it actually works. You get 2 free stocks as soon as you sign up. So no reason why not to do it. You can choose to sell the stocks whenever you want to. So it's basically just free money that you can deposit back into your bank account. So just by referring other people, you get 2 free stocks as well. So if you want to get the 2 free stocks, just use the link in the description. Right now, I'm very close to $60 just from free stocks. So it's 100% legit, just free money ready for you to use. And then we have this Discovered Secured Credit Card that I use every single day. You get 1 to 2% cash back on every single purchase. If you're not getting cash back, you're wasting money. That's free money. And then you also get a $50 sign-up bonus as soon as you sign up. They also match all the cash back that you get and double that after a year of using the card. So no reason why not to sign up. I'll leave all the links in the description for you to look at. Alright, so let's go. This is Credit Karma, one of the best apps that you can use to keep track of your credit scores. It has a lot of really beneficial information so that you start actively monitoring your credit score. So here's the thing with credit scores. Credit scores change very often like every 2 weeks. They're always going to fluctuate between different numbers, but they're definitely going to stay within a certain range. And there's certain credit scores that are considered excellent, great, good, bad. And I have around a 749 right now, but it has been up to 753. And I'm going to show you how I did this from starting from a 0 credit score. And there's actually 2 credit score companies that keep track of your credit score. Like, this is TransUnion. This is where I have a 749, which is actually very good credit. It's like 1 point away from it being excellent credit. And then we have Equifax. That's another company that keeps track of people's credit score that banks and financial institutions use to measure their basically financial performance of any person. And you get a lot of different opportunities from having a great credit score. That's why it's important to pay attention to this. So these are the different categorizations that keep track of how good your credit score is: your credit card utilization, derogatory marks, age of credit history, total accounts, and payment history. So as you see, some of them have high impact, so you should be paying very close attention to those categories that are very high impact. You want to make sure you're doing very good in those categories. The low impact categories don't matter too much, but you should still pay attention to them. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal to you how I got to a 750 credit score from 0, with starting from a 0 credit score. Alright, so I had horrible credit score. I actually just had a 0, so it wasn't actually bad. It was just that it was non-existent. And no company would approve me for a credit card. I went to every single bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase. Every single bank denied me. But now I have 3 credit cards from these banks. So this actually works, and I'm going to go ahead and explain to you now. Alright, so what I did was, I had a 0 credit score, and my uncle was actually really good with his credit score. He actually has around a 800 credit score, so that's excellent credit, basically top of the line. And he basically introduced me to something that I can do to improve my credit score, and that was basically for him to go to his credit card company and add me as an authorized user. So you might have never heard of what an authorized user is, but it's basically someone that you add to your credit card so they can actually use your own credit card, but it's like theirs, so their name gets added to the credit card. So they get the same credit card that you have, but they get to use it as well. And all of the credit statistics and performance and credit score basically gets transferred to the other person. So if that person starts mishandling their credit, then it's going to be reflected on you as well, because you're the authorized user on the account as well. So basically, I knew that he was a responsible person and always paid his bills on time. He was very good at managing his credit score, obviously, because he has an 800 credit score. So he decided to add me as an authorized user, so that they can help me boost my score up. And after like 5 to 6 months, my credit score went from 0 to like 700. I never thought that would be possible and that people can actually do this. And I don't think a lot of people know about this little hack. But you can basically become an authorized user of anybody. Your dad, your mom, your uncle, a friend. They can add you as authorized users. And the credit score they have is pretty much going to be reflected upon you. But before you do this, always make sure that make sure that you know that there is risk involved. Because if that person starts mishandling their credit, or they have bad credit score, or something happens where they start paying their bills, their credit card bills, that's going to negatively affect your credit score. So you have to watch out. But in this case, I trusted my uncle, and he was very good at managing his finances. So I went ahead and did it. And after 5 to 6 months, my credit score was already at 700. I found it very hard to believe, but it actually worked. So after that, somehow companies still started denying me on a credit card. I think one of them was PayPal, but I'm not sure what happened. But basically, I just went ahead and signed up for a secured credit card, like the Discover It secured credit card. And after having it for 5 to 6 months, then like every single other person started approving me for normal credit cards. And now I have 3 normal credit cards. So I guess it actually worked going from 0 to 700. They didn't originally accept me for a full-on credit card, but I just had to get a secured credit card where you actually just leave a deposit of like 500 or whatever they require, and with that deposit, they just have it as a safety net in case you don't pay your credit card bill. But after having that for 5 to 6 months, the company you have a secure credit card with usually promote you to a normal credit card because they've seen that you are a person that is always paying their bill on time and that you're a responsible person with their secure credit card. So they'll naturally promote you to a regular credit card. So this is a hack that I used, and I'm going to show you some other tips and tricks that actually work. But first, let me show you a little bit more about being an authorized user. It is someone you authorize to use your credit card and access other account features. So I actually didn't use my uncle's credit card, but he just added me to the card. But just like any favor, it could have some negative consequences for you. That's what I was talking about. Adding an authorized user to your credit card account is easy to do, and it can be a great way to help a friend or family member improve or establish credit. Plus, it can even help you earn rewards because they're going to be using the credit card most of the time, so you'll get more rewards for every single purchase they make. When you add an authorized user to a credit card, you may be doing that person a huge favor, but there can be some negative consequences and outcomes too. Here are some key things to help you out before you decide to do this. So, how to add an authorized user? Usually, this depends on the credit card issuer, and usually it doesn't cost anything, but some people might charge you for doing this. But also, there might be an annual fee. That was never the case with my situation, but always look into that. You simply contact your issuer to add the new user's information. You can actually do this online most of the time. Typically, this involves verifying a few details like the authorized user's date of birth and social security number. It honestly took less than 10 minutes. Your authorized user can have a separate credit card to use, but it's up to you to decide if you want to give that person that much access to the account. So my uncle didn't actually give me a credit card, his credit card with my name. He just simply added me as the authorized user. I never even saw the card at all. And the benefits of adding an authorized user, it helps someone get a fresh start. So this is what I did. When you add an authorized user to your credit card account, information from the account can show up on that person's credit reports. So I actually have a really long age of credit history because of my uncle. This means that their credit can improve if their information is positive simply as a result of being added to an account you keep in good standing. So yeah, it's actually a common thing that you can Google and find out for yourself. I recommend you doing more research before jumping in on it because you definitely want to know all the benefits and drawbacks of doing this. But this is what I did, and it actually worked. You can see it in my Credit Karma app. It's kind of rare to find a 21-year-old with a 750 credit score. Let me know what your credit score is in the comment section down below if you're comfortable sharing that. I obviously am. So for people with no credit or poor credit, or people who had their applications for credit cards denied, becoming an authorized user can be a very beneficial thing for them to do, and it helps them build a better credit profile. And you also have to make sure, because not all issuers provide information about authorized users to the three major consumer credit bureaus like TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Some drawbacks of adding an authorized user is that credit mistakes can do damage. So like I was saying, if you make mistakes or practice negative credit habits, you could potentially hurt that person's credit too. So not only will it hurt you, but it will hurt the other person. If you miss credit card payments or rack up a big balance, both you and your authorized user's credit can take a hit. So make sure you know this and consider this before doing it. Also, adding an authorized user to your credit card will not affect your credit score, but obviously, if they practice bad habits using the credit card, then it will affect you. So just keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that if you do add someone as an authorized user and you give them credit card access to your card, then that means that you are actually liable for all the expenses the other person makes. So it's not going to be the authorized user's fault and owing the money. It's going to be on you. So now let's talk about some benefits or some tips to improve your credit score. These are just like 5. So number 1, pay your bills on time. A lot of people don't know this, but being a responsible bill payer, it benefits your utility bills, your rent bill, your mortgage bill. It actually helps you a lot with building and establishing your credit history. So always make sure you set up automatic payments. That's what I recommend. That way you don't even have to stress out or worry about this. Number 2 is get credit for making utility and cell phone payments on time. So in case you didn't know, having a cell phone payment or utility bills monthly actually does improve your credit score. And number 3 is pay off debt and keep balances low on credit cards. This is kind of obvious, but having debt will not help your credit score usually, and you must keep balances low all the time because this is going to take away any risk of ever becoming in debt with credit card bills. Number 4, apply for and open credit cards only as needed. So don't just go around opening as many new credit cards because this is going to affect you and your hard inquiries that the companies make to pull up your credit report, and this can actually affect your credit score really bad. Number 5, don't close unused credit card. If you have any open credit card accounts, make sure you keep it open because if you close them, this is going to negatively affect your credit score. So no matter what, keep them open, just have them paid off, and this is the best way for it not to affect your credit score at all. So basically, to summarize, number 1, make sure your credit reports are accurate. There might be some mistakes, so it's always recommended for you to take a look at them and fix any issues. Number 2, pinpoint what you need to improve. Number 3, create a plan to improve your credit score, fix your late payments, build a strong credit age, clear up any collection accounts. Don't let old mistakes unfairly haunt you. Number 8, get a credit card. Obviously, this is going to help you a lot. So make sure you start applying to your new credit card. This is what I did. And basically, after my 3rd credit card, I went from 700 to 750. Number 9, open a secured credit card. So I had to do this because I wasn't getting approved for credit card. I usually hear about young people getting offered credit cards everywhere, like left and right. But this wasn't my case for some reason. I'm not sure why. Number 10, limit credit applications. So don't just apply everywhere. Be selective about which credit cards will most likely accept you. That way you do have less credit card applications. Number 11, fix your credit utilization ratio. The less utilization, the better it is for your credit score. So there you have it, subscribers. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This is how I went from a 0 to 750 credit score in about a year with this simple trick. So I hope that this video brought value to you and gave you some advice or tips. Obviously, do your own research before doing anything. Let me know if you've heard of this trick before and have you ever used it? Have you ever heard of other people using it? Did you even know about this trick? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel, that way you do not miss out on any brand new videos, and give this video a like before you go. Peace.